Hi, this is Ren. I've decided to make a sketchbook tour because I finished my sketchbook yesterday and I asked you guys if you were interested and you said you were, so here I am making one. Uh, this, the sticker on the front is from a band that is really good, great. If you like rock music / metal, you will like this, otherwise you probably won't, so yeah. I saw them live, by the way. It was great. They were as good as, on CD. It was just as good. So it starts with a lot of pictures and a ticket from Universal Studios. Then we have way too many papers because I keep everything in here. Yeah. So when I was in Japan, I had a lot of these photo booths. This is a ticket from Nijo Castle, I think. It was in Kyoto, and it was great. I also went to Koyasan. I started it July 13th and finished it yesterday, December 7th. So I did 6 months of, I did 6 months in this, a little under, I think. So I started the sketchbook on Friday the 13th in a plane. This is great start. So I drew my OC Adrian and another OC Red, which turned out really bad, which was probably because it was I think it was 4. I'm from the Netherlands and I was flying from the Netherlands to Japan, and it was 4 in the morning for Dutch time. This was, I think, 2 days later. These two are based on the characters of a book of a Japanese writer I was reading. I don't remember the title, sorry. So this was based on, I was in Kyoto and I went to the Inari shrines, so I wanted to draw one. Gave up midway because I did not have a ruler. This is near Hiroshima, I think. We went here with a lot of people from the exchange. This was I don't know what this is. It's like a random doodle or something. So I mostly doodle, as you can see. I tried drawing Kaneki, but I failed miserably. These are just random. Also very random. I drew this eye, then 2 of the friends of my exchange student were like, oh yeah, I want to draw 2. So yeah, they drew these 2 eyes. And then you have the translation eye, which is me in Japanese. I don't know if I pronounce it correctly. This is the kanji for it. This is the katakana and this is the hiragana. So that's kind of nice. So I drew Kakashi Hatake because still my favorite character, even though I haven't seen Naruto in a very long time. Don't know why I drew this still while I was in Japan. So this is just a random doodle. So the friend of my exchange student wrote and drew this. Her name was Momaka. This is another one of my OCs, Valak. He was, I think, my first OC ever. I designed him first and then I started thinking of an entire story with a lot of other characters. Adrian again, more Kakashi. I didn't draw him as much as I used to, which is good because he was my comfort zone. This was a guy that walked past us while we were on the train, which was the Shinkansen, which is the bullet train in Japan. This was just again, a doodle of someone with a cap on, and my exchange student named him Cap Boy. So if you've seen Boku no Hero Academia, this is Darby, which is a really cool character. Let's just leave it at that. My OC Alexander, which I don't draw like that much. I should draw him like way more often. He doesn't get the love he deserves, so yeah, I neglect him. This is something I drew in like an art class in Japan, which I didn't understand, but I was listening to music and I based it on sweater weather from the neighborhood. And yeah, so she's wearing a sweater and the background is slightly colored, but you can't really see it. And yeah, one of the not so many times that I actually drew a girl. This is my OC Red again. Red again. This is very random and I hate it, and don't look at it please, like oh my god. These were just some ideas and thumbnails for drawings. This was when we were in Koreatown in Osaka, and at first I was doodling, then I started to draw my exchange student's friend, Momoka. This was, I think, the bartender, and this was a girl that was just sitting in the cafe. These are this was my exchange student lying down. She did not know that I was drawing her. I think she was actually sleeping, so that's kind of creepy of me, but you know, I don't care. Then you have some kind of figure study like I tried. This is also very random. So Falak, a very ugly version of Falak. Adrian, this is also very random. I tried drawing Adrian here, but it isn't great. I'm the person that tries starting a drawing and doesn't finish it, so I tried starting one, didn't finish it. This was the first time like I tried drawing Aizawa Shota without a reference. Again, I failed miserably, but you know. So I played, or at least I was going to play Dungeons and Dragons with some of my friends. So I actually made an entire character. His name is Min, and he's a tiefling. So this is, I have his entire design in my other the sketchbook before this one. But yeah, so my exchange student drew this. I actually arrived back home, I think, when I drew this. So I went back, I was still in Japan with this drawing, and then I went home and I started these ones. I drew this on my birthday as my like birthday post, you know, like, yeah, so roses, I don't know. I don't even like pink. Like my favorite color is, like, if you actually have to choose a color, it's blue, but you know. This was also on my birthday. I drew this one. My friend, two of my friends drew these ones. This is Bob's art on Instagram, and this is at Joella Bohemina, I guess. This is my best friend, and this is another one of my good friends. So it was really nice of them to draw my sketchbook. So this is my OC Alexander again. Adrian, I tried. Red, I tried. This is my OC Min. I really like his mask. I drew him a lot in my last sketchbook, I think, which was kind of nice. So I like suck at drawing feet and hands, so I started like forcing myself to draw feet and shoes and hands. So here are some studies of shoes. I did like a few seconds and then I was like, okay, I have to stop. I drew Edward Elric, without a reference, talker without a reference, this random guy. When I hate certain things, sometimes I cover it up, like with this foot I like failed, so I was like, let's cover it with black tape because aesthetic or something. Again, my Dungeons and Dragons OC, Alexander, failed this one. This is read as like a waiter or something. I work in a restaurant, so I know what it's like. It can be really terrible. This was when I was on my way to Dubai, I think. So I really have a tendency to draw eyes and mouths, but mostly eyes. I drew this in like one line, so I couldn't lift up my pen. I also doodle a lot in pen, so I can actually practice. My Dungeons and Dragons OC, which again I failed. Red and I try. I started doing something and then stopped. This was the mask of Min. I tried drawing a hand, which didn't work out, so I like scratched. I tried. Is this? Yeah, this is a nose. I tried again. It isn't great, but I mean, we all have to practice, right? So just a random doodle. You can see that it's a lot of doodling. This is when we were at an international school in Dubai, I think, which was really fun. It was really fun to see how international schools work. We were there for a project with our last year of high school. So I tried drawing different poses of faces. These are Adrian and Falak again. Red. I don't know, this was a random one. Min with his mask. I actually have a more like complicated version of his mask, but I like never draw it because it's way too much work. This is Ziz. He's basically like the leader of the guys of my OCs, I guess. This is just random. Spider-Man, because I started watching Marvel again, and then it was like Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. I don't know the song. I'm like really bad, but I was like, let's draw Spider-Man. I literally drew this on a table at school in blue pencil, and I was like, maybe I can find it again, because I have multiple lessons a week in that classroom. But the day after it was gone, so I was like, no. I was practicing perspective because, yeah, I'm not very good at it. So I was like, let's practice, because otherwise I like never do. Again, perspective. I drew Loki without a reference. Didn't really work out, but it's fine, I guess. I drew two eyes. Oh my god. Wow. I like always just draw one eye. Figure study, I guess. An eye. Figure. One line thing. Again, some figure. I tried drawing noses and I don't know what happened. Like, it's terrible. And I just drew this bald guy, I guess. It kind of reminds me of Voldemort. Like, if you've seen Harry Potter, like, doesn't this look like him? If he actually had, like, eyes or something. Like, I didn't really draw his irises, but, you know, the idea of, like, cheekbones, being bald, not really having a nose. So yeah, this is my teacher, which is saying like you don't have a feeling for language. and then blah 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 Dutch, blah blah blah. I don't really like her. She's really annoying. We actually had a presentation once, and so she was like 2 days before, like, you're going to do the presentation a day earlier, which was for me, so the next day. But I was in Amsterdam with school, so I heard from the person I did the presentation with via text while I was in Amsterdam, when I knew I was going to arrive at home at like 9 in the evening, so I was really stressed out. This is like my mentor. He's never in the classroom, so I just drew a desk and a door which is opened and wrote his name under it. This is a really weird drawing of my OC Adrian, and it doesn't really look like him, but I don't know. I also had this phase of just drawing in blue pencil, so I don't know why. I have these, I bought these extra fillings for mechanical pencils in Japan, and I like the blue and orange ones, as you saw, but like, they're great for sketching, but I prefer them for like using during maths and such. I drew Tendo Satori from Haikyuu because a friend of mine, Jason, I was asking him like, what should I draw, and he was like, oh, draw Tendo. So I did. After like, I drew him, I guess 3 years ago. So I was like, okay, I'm going to draw him again. This is really ugly, oh my god. Different poses for the face, so that's great. Tendo, because then I started to draw him way too much, like I did used to with Kakashi. Then we have, I guess this is red, or no, this is Adrian with straight hair, which he doesn't usually have. These are just some doodles. I think this is red, I guess. Falak, which is, it's way too bad. I'm like, if you were to see this, this is kind of okay, but then you see this and it's like, wow, his head is like a giant's or something. This is my OC Jasmine, which I never draw because it's a girl, and I don't really draw girls that often. Like, when I do, it's like one drawing of a girl, but like, I don't even know how she's the only female OC I have, so that's like telling enough. This is red, or no, Adrian with straight hair, Alexander, hi, random face or something, poses, I don't know why, a foot, which is very random, a hand, which I didn't even finish, wow. So this is another one of those, like, I'm looking off to the side, but I don't want to make a character out of it, so let's just not giving him eyes or hair. Falak, eyes, mouths, noses, because I have to, like, I draw in more like a manga style, I guess, I don't know, but I also have to like practice more realistic aspects, because otherwise I can't really do anything during art at school, because then I'm going to get bad grades and I don't want that. So I kind of redesigned Alexander because I didn't really like his hair anymore, so now he has more of this haircut. Don't know, I was like, I want to redesign something. Then I also redesigned Ziz because I was like bothered by his hair, so Yeah, that's why. Adrian and Falak together. This is Min at a very strange angle. I was just doodling. As you can see, red, Min. This is like a very cute version of Min, and I like it. Like, give him some love. Like, I haven't drawn him in so long, so I really should. Falak, which he looks so weird. Wow. Random, didn't finish it again. Adrian and why did I draw an ear? I mean, I have to practice them, but I guess this is the place to put like a random ear. Okay, just like the eye and mouth. So I was talking to a friend of mine while drawing this, and I was like, you know what? If I just put some lines on a page, I can just call it art. So I was like, this is art. This is art, you know, that way. Just some random doodles. This was during biology class, and I was like, this is Dutch, by the way. So I drew some animals which were in our book. Here's a random cow I did not finish. This is like a waste of a page, but you know. This was the start of my Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse drawing. I finished it digitally. Wow, I cannot speak today. Great. Yes. I'm doing great. Yes. Wow. I'm such an awkward person, so I drew this for Halloween because I didn't have time to participate in Inktober this year. So I decided to do like one Halloween drawing, which we don't really do Halloween here, but I was like, let's do one because the internet does it, so why should I not? Like, so I did. Red, Min, I drew him. I gave him new hair because his hair was like very straight, like sticks, like the general anime character hair, you know. This is my Dungeons and Dragons character again. These are 2 tickets from museums I went to in Amsterdam, so I was really stressed. It was like the day before that presentation. We actually we managed to anger our teachers so much that we didn't have to do it the next day, so we did it the next week. This is Yoongi or Suga from BTS, because like I used to be in this really like big BTS phase. Now I'm like, they're great, they have good music. Suga is my bias if you were wondering. So I guess this is a watercolor painting I did based on a picture I took while I was in Japan. This was at the Inari Shrines, I think, yeah, the Inari Shrine, or also known as the Kyoto. It's like the big shrine in Kyoto. It's known from animes like Noragami and such. I was like, you know, the first watercolor thing was great, so I did a second one and a third one because I was like, yay, watercolors. I don't have anything else to do. Well, I did have homework to do, but I was like, I want to draw, so I drew this. Haven't filled this page. I don't know why. It's empty. Sorry, guys. This is Adrian. He's kind of slim here. I drew him way too thin. I wanted to draw something here and then I gave up, so that's good. Red, like a very tiny doodle of him in comparison to the rest of the page, but you know, it happens. Actual figure studies for once. looked at these pictures of Pinterest and like drew them in the basic shapes of the human body, but I didn't draw the arms because I just couldn't be bothered. So yeah, that's great. I actually drew Aizawa Shota this time with a reference, so it looks way better now. This is like I had this image and I was like, this is cool, I should draw it, so I drew it. I did think of this myself, didn't think of this one myself, but I did think of this one myself. So I mean, it's good for practice, so that's why I drew it. Adrian, to a guy you don't know because it's a secret, I guess. I mean, yeah. I was planning on making a webcomic. I did for like a while, and then I gave up because I didn't have time because of school. So his father is Lucifer, which is the devil, but in my story he's like the devil and God at the same time. It's really confusing. I don't know why. This is the last page. Oh my god. So I made this yesterday evening, and this is just based on a picture of I think the Nijo, I think the Nijo garden. So it was at like Osaka Castle, and then the garden of it. It's based on that, but I altered it slightly. And I have a picture of me and my exchange student from Japan. This is me, by the way. So since my phone decided to be full, like storage being full, this is the outro. Thank you for watching. This was my sketchbook. Oh my god. I don't know why you even watched this, but you know, your choice. Hope you liked this video. I'm probably going to post it on YouTube. Yeah, most people in the poll were like, okay, you should post it on YouTube. So this is going to be on YouTube. Hope you liked it. I'm not very interesting. Sorry. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, please like, because yeah, I don't know why. You can choose. You can also leave it a dislike if you want to. You know, I'm not very active on here, but I will think of it, okay? Have a nice day or evening or anything. If you're like me and keep watching YouTube videos until like 4 in the morning, please go to bed. Just an idea. If you want to do good at school, go to bed. You know, I guess. Good night, or have a good day. Bye. This was Ren. I'm way too awkward for this. Okay, let's end it here. Bye.